from the rhythm that they found, and how did they sustain that?
Yeah, it's a lot of efficiency from the three-point line, as you can see at the end of the game, and 11 in the first half. I don't remember how many in the first quarter, but that first quarter it felt like, the threes were raining. And yes, they made them because you have to make them. We made some mistakes, especially in defending the small pick and roll. And obviously we have to work at it and be better.
You guys found ways to go on runs and attempted to cut that into that lead. Just what was working well then, and what were you kind of voicing to your team?
Yeah, I think the guys showed fight, and we cut it. I think it was a couple of times to 12. And that's what I want to see from our group: resiliency and fight, and doing things the right way. Having right intentions on both ends. And I think we did it at times, and that's why we cut the lead right there, like I said, to those 4 possessions. And I'm proud of the guys for doing that. It's just like that building. We have to build that mentality, character, and obviously the X's and O's, and understanding how we do certain things. And now we get to fly home, rest, and be ready for a tough back-to-back, which is going to be fun.
I know, obviously, being on the road is a good opportunity to bond, but just how much are the guys looking forward to having this pretty lengthy road trip over and being able to get back home in a friendly environment?
Yeah, I think it's, like the happy medium. Obviously, connecting and being together is important. Like you said, we had opportunities to, either go on walks or do these activities and dinners and meals. That's good for the group. Obviously, what's most important for all of us, it's our families and our loved ones, and it's always good to go back to them and have that mix is important. Now we're going home, and I think everybody's going to feel great, to sleep in their own bed and then rest and go back at it, because we're like just past that halfway point, and getting better doesn't stop right now. It's we have to have high standards, and I think these guys have been amazing with it, and the high standards of getting better. So if you've gotten better, can you sustain? Can you even get better? And that's what we got to do as an organization, and also the coaching staff. Me first is to hold them accountable to get better, and those are the wins that we're looking for right now.
How these 6 games go when it comes to the basketball side of things, what do you want your guys to take from how some of the situations that you guys were in to kind of move forward?
Yeah, you learn from, you mean the past 6 games? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you learn from every situation, right? Like, played Denver, and we played against a very special player. Then we go into Utah, and there's late game situations in offense and defense that we made mistakes, and we learned from it. Then we respond in Portland. Then we have a really tough one against the Clippers, which it's where you don't want to point fingers. You want to stay together and support each other. And we go to the Lakers, played against, the all-time, one of the best players in the world. And, we responded again. And now we come here, we fight, like I said, cut it to 12. Could have been better, a lot of things, and those are the things that we as coaches need to find on the film. And right now, I said those small pick and roll, because Isaiah Joe made 8 threes, 8 out of 10, which is pretty impressive, and you find ways to be better. And again, these guys are ready to listen and ready to work. That's most important.
You talked about, finding little ways to improve around the edges. I don't mean the perimeter, but I mean around the edges of what you're doing. Is pick and roll defense one of the primary things that I think that you drill down going forward?
Yes, and I think that the numbers say that when we execute our coverages, which I don't need to get into X's and O's, we're pretty good, and what we've done, we're bottom in the league. So it just goes down to those reps, those real reps in NBA games, and understanding. And if not, it's on us coaches to find a way to adjust the schemes that we have, and then do something that is better for our group. But right now is, consistency, execution, play hard, communicate, all those things that, when you do things one way, there's no system that is perfect. The only thing that it's close to perfect is staying together and believing that if everybody pushes towards the same direction, it's going to work out.
When you look at the Thunder and kind of the trajectory they've gone on this last couple of years? And I know you spoke highly on Mark and then Shea, what they've been able to do, but just what stands out about how they've so quickly formed this core and how they're playing right now?
Yeah, I think they've been very not strict, but they've trusted the process. Obviously, being strict is important, but trusting the process and trusting each other is important. And at the end of the day, I'm not in there to say exactly what happened, but from the outside looking in, you can see that they're a group that they believe in what they do and they trust what they do. And this is because along a period of time, the things go one way or the other, and there's adversity, there's no second guessing, and there's like just the willingness to work and get better and compete. And obviously they're in a very good spot, and because I know those guys, I'm happy for them. They do a great job. And we have to like focus on our own process, and that's a good thing. Sustaining success, takes the understanding how things go, and when there's adversity is when it's most important, and that's right there when our guys have been very good, working hard to just being successful along the process, and we just started at this point, and we know we will be very good soon enough.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jordan.